These 7 players are the biggest ADP risers and fallers as of recent. Each of them has their own news, which is causing them to rise or fall up draft boards. Be aware, capitalize, make the best moves, the best decisions for you and your wallet, because we're looking to win your fantasy football drafts all season long. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, name number 1 and number 2, because we have a switch, and not too often do we have this, but it's inside the top 3 players going off of draft boards. Name number 1, Mr. Barkley. Saquon Barkley. As always, shout out to Mason Dodd for letting me use his website for you boys for the videos. Saquon Barkley falls down 1 spot in ADP. Why? I do know why. But Saquon Barkley was ADP of number 2. We're looking at best ball rankings right now, underdog, all that good stuff. Saquon Barkley was number 2 off of draft boards. Obviously, number 1 is Jamar Chase. Don't expect that to change anytime soon. But why is Saquon Barkley now number 3? The person that replaces him at number 2 is Justin Jefferson. So now we have 2 receivers going off the board back to back. We'll look at Jefferson in a second. Why is Saquon Barkley falling to number 3? Let's look at his career averages. Looking at his career averages, his number 1 season of his career was 2018, 24.1 PPR points per game. He was insane. Now, why was he that insane? He had an insane receiving usage, 7.6 targets per game in 2018. He actually had a little bit worse of a rushing season, in my opinion, in his rookie year than he did with the Eagles in 2024 because he had more touchdowns in 2024. Now, why was 2024 not as good as his rookie year? Their receiving work was way, way less because the Eagles, they were playing Mickey Mouse opponents, didn't even need to pass the ball. 2.7 targets a game. Now, Saquon Barkley had so many touches from the regular season and the playoffs, Eagles obviously winning the Super Bowl. Saquon Barkley had so many touches that's actually affecting his draft stock right now. That's kind of the news, which is why he's kind of going down draft boards. We're hearing some buzz where it's like, oh, Saquon Barkley had so many touches in 2024 that we're going to try, Will Shipley. We'll get him in there. A.J. Dillon, maybe he'll touch the football a couple times a game. They're going to try balancing, is the word they're using. They're going to try balancing Saquon Barkley's workload in the 2025 season, optimizing him for staying healthy and optimizing for playoffs. Now, a Saquon Barkley that is optimized, balanced, whatever you want to call it, that's why he's still number 3. Like, Saquon Barkley still is going to be dominant. He is still above Bijan Robinson as of right now. Don't be surprised if Bijan is next to flip Saquon, because Bijan's number 4, Saquon's number 3 as of right now. We could see those two flip each other, but Saquon Barkley is falling down draft boards. Now, alternatively, we have a riser. Jefferson is the one that surmounts, passes Barkley. Bam! Passed you, buddy. Jefferson's number 2. Why? Well, he's proven that he's quarterback proof. Look at his finishes. In points per game, wide receiver 7, wide receiver 4, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 4, wide receiver 4. So he might not have wide receiver 1 upside because Jamar Chase exists, Malik Neighbors. There's guys that might have better situations, guys that might be able to, fantasy football is hard to predict. He might not get wide receiver 1, or he can. We'll see what J.J. McCarthy's made of. But you're kind of drafting him because you're getting somebody that's good. Somebody that won't be, oh, you draft him at number 3. He's wide receiver 33. It's like, what happened there? So you know what you're getting here with Jefferson. He's proven he's quarterback proof with 17, 19, 21, 20, and then in 2024, 19 PPR points per game. And he's pretty much been healthy every single year except for 2023 where he missed 7 games, right? So you're going to get somebody that is consistent and somebody that is good. His touchdown rate hasn't really changed throughout his entire career, about 1 touchdown every single 2 games. His target share is going to be around 30%, maybe a little bit lower. The only concern here is they bring in Jordan Mason to the Vikings. You have Aaron Jones. Maybe they start running the ball a little bit more. Now, with Kevin O'Connell, he is the quarterback whisperer. Kirk Cousins, quarterback whisperer. Sam Darnold, quarterback whisperer, breath of life, right? So I think J.J. McCarthy's going to be just fine. I think Jefferson's going to be just fine. So I like Jefferson as a wide receiver this year for sure. Always do. You're going to be getting around 18 plus PPR points per game with Jefferson by the end of the season. That's probably why he flipped him. Like, there wasn't really any major news with Jefferson. It's just people are kind of fading Saquon Barkley. Now, name number 3. The next name to talk about, again, top 15 riser. This guy's now going at pick 7, pick 8. Hell, I saw this guy at pick 1. 1 in a best ball draft. Christian McCaffrey. It is kind of insane how far this guy is falling, right? Or how far this guy's rising. So CMC, look at his finishes. We all know, like 2017 on RB3 finish, RB2, RB1, injured. RB2, RB1, injured. Every season, this guy's been healthy. Outside of his rookie year, RB3. Let's not count his rookie year, even though he was RB3. Let's not count the years he was injured. RB2, RB1, RB2, RB1. If he's healthy, he's RB2, he's RB1. He's getting up there in age. And guess what? He also wasn't healthy, right? He obviously has had 3 seasons now where he's been a complete and utter bust. Now, that still is 3 seasons out of 3, 6, 8. 5 out of 8 odds? I would call this truly 50-50. I don't even think the 49ers know whether or not McCaffrey's going to be healthy. Now, you can say they didn't really invest in their running back. They let Mason go. Jordan Mason, you're gone, buddy. Garendo's still there. They bring in Jordan James. Not really the heaviest. It's a heavy running back draft class this year, and they only brought in Jordan James. That's actually a good thing. So the 49ers, we think McCaffrey's healthy. They felt that last year, and they screwed us, right? So everyone was taking McCaffrey round 1 last year, knowing he was already slightly banged up, and then it turned out to be a huge thing. So I am scared of McCaffrey. In best ball, I really like the upside, because if he's healthy, he's RB2, he's RB1. This guy can be dominant. He has moved he was going at pick 13 consistently. So he was a second-round pick in best ball. Now, he's sliding all the way. He's basically going at number 7 or number 8 every single draft. Like I said, I was in an insane draft. He went number 1 overall. I had a Jamar Chase. I was like, what? Huh? I actually got Bijan at number 6 in that draft, so thanks for the free 100K. Next name up is going to be Mr. Devon Achane. Now we start getting into some big news, right? We start getting into Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith, you're gone, buddy. Have fun in Pittsburgh. R.I.P. Devon Achane has been a big riser in best ball as well, for a good reason, too. So he was the RB5 and RB6 the last 2 years. Tua Tagovailoa, his brain was ravioli, scrambled eggs, whatever you want to call it. If Tua's healthy, Devon Achane's ceiling is way higher because they're going to be in the red zone a lot more. And he's going to... So the reason I like Devon Achane is the receiving. 35 receiving yards a game in 2024. 5 targets a game in 2024. Jonnu Smith, you're gone. More target share to open up. He had a 16% target share. You can see, I could see Devon Achane with a 20% target share as a running back. This could be McCaffrey 2.0. I really like Devon Achane. It's just a matter of can Tua stay healthy? Can Devon stay healthy? He was banged up in 2023 as well. But Devon Achane, he has risen up from around ADP of 17. Now he's around 15, 16. Wouldn't be surprised if he keeps rising and ends up flipping Derrick Henry. Yeah, Derrick Henry in ADP. In the next couple of weeks. Next name, another Miami Dolphin. Kind of boring, guys, but gotta mention it, right? So Jalen Waddle, he's up around 6, 7 spots. He was going around ADP of 57, middle of round 5, round 6 type pick. Now you got Jalen Waddle up there at around ADP of 51. So right after the 4th round, this guy's usually going off the board. 2024, 2023, blah, blah, blah. He's not really the person that stays healthy the most. Now, in his first 2 years of his career, he was wide receiver 14, wide receiver 11, so you can make the case, sure, there's some upside there, definitely. The last 2 seasons have been a bit disappointing. I guess wide receiver 19 in 2023 is not the worst. Obviously, 2024, Tua is gone. If Tua is healthy, again, it's a big condition. Jalen Waddle is going to give you 15 points per game. That's pretty good. That's flex play. That's borderline wide receiver 2, right? So if Waddle's healthy, if Tua's healthy, it's going to be a very good selection right here to take Jalen Waddle. That's actually, with Jonnu Smith, the targets vacating from the tight end position. Sure, Darren Waller. Who? Darren Waller sucks. He's a rapper. So Darren Waller comes in. Jalen Waddle is going to be getting a lot of that target share from Jonnu leaving. Tyreek Hill is going to benefit from that, which Tyreek Hill is also another big riser, but I'm not going to mention him in this video. So Jalen Waddle, Devon Achane, and Tyreek, all of them, they're all big risers because of Jonnu vacating those targets. Next name is a faller. Falling down draft boards, the number 1 tight end is Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers had tight end 3 finish by a points per game perspective, 15.5 PPR points per game in 2024 as a rookie. He's, best tight end prospect of all time. Smashed it. They weren't wrong about him. Look at what's red. 0.3 touchdowns per game. If that gets better, this dude's insane. He's outscoring the receivers that he's going drafted around, right? So Bowers was ADP of 14. He was the 2nd pick in the 2nd round from May to June, so a whole month. He's then been sliding and sliding. He's now around 19th in ADP. So there's a tier of guys. You have Ladd McConkey, and then so the top 18 or 19 guys in a draft board, I like a lot. After that, it's a whole blob of just guys that are kind of mid, in my opinion. You know, I'm actually going to pull this up. If we just go to the overall rankings, let's get rid of Brock Bowers. And again, the GOAT Mason Dodd, letting us use his website, GOAT, right? So here's the tier drop-off. Bucky Irving, Rashee Rice, Jacobs, Jonathan Taylor, T. Higgins, Chase Brown, Trey McBride. Like, who do you take from that tier of guys? They're all the same. So when Brock Bowers is now the last guy in that tier of GOATs, and he's probably going to be the tight end 1 again this year, I like him a lot. So, I mean, give me the Brock Bowers fallen value. Final name of the video is another tight end. It's George Kittle. George Kittle has risen from ADP of 49 all the way up to ADP of 20. Jeez, I wish it was 20. From 49 to 43. So George Kittle is a riser up 6 spots. He's actually been consistently like decent. In the last couple of seasons, like Kittle health is always a concern. He's only missing, 1 or 2, sometimes 3 games every single one of these years. We know if he's healthy, he'll be a top 4 tight end finisher. In 2023, he was tight end 6, 12.7 PPR points per game. This 49ers offense, if McCaffrey's healthy, if Kittle's healthy, if everyone's healthy, conditionally, of course, and big conditions, Kittle can give you, Kittle can compete with Bowers. Kittle can compete with McBride. Sorry, it took me a second there. He can compete with them for tight end 1 finishes. Now, I think McBride and Bowers have it easier, because they're going to be more of the centerpiece of their offenses, whereas the 49ers, they have McCaffrey. They're going to have to keep Pearsall happy. They're going to have to keep Ayuk happy, who's a diva. Jawan Jennings, right? So a bit more competition. But I do think George Kittle, I think his rise 6 spots in ADP is warranted. Those are the biggest risers, the biggest fallers in ADP as of late. You want to see this video again in a week or 2? Let me know. Smash like and subscribe button, boys. Peace.